Good night, Ruth. You're not asleep. What? Ruby? What? Oh, no. Ruby.
I don't need a coffee.
You don't have to drink it.
What I need is for someone to listen. Why is everybody around here so slow?
Interview continues with Ruby Milligan at 0740 hours, June 3rd, 2025. So after that first night, the one that you've previously described, did your father ever abuse you again?
Repeatedly, from when I was 14 until I was 16.
And have you ever tried to hurt your father, Anthony Fox, before?
No. I left home and never saw him again. Until he just turned up. No warning.
Was anyone else aware of his past behaviour towards you, the alleged abuse?
I told my mother.
Okay, and your mother is?
Dead. She didn't believe me anyway.
Why didn't she believe you?
Well, if she was alive, you could ask her. Why do wives not believe their husband's accusers?
And what about your husband? Did you tell him?
Only recently. But he knows nothing about what I did. What?
I think we'll take another break.
Why? We only just started. What did she say?
Your solicitor is on his way.
Oh, I told you I don't want a solicitor. I don't need a solicitor. Why aren't you listening to me?
Yeah. Read that. Woke up about 4:30. She wasn't here.
She's with the police now, talking.
She thinks she's protecting us, doesn't she?
I don't care what she thinks, Caleb. We had an agreement. We had a plan. We all sat round here and we discussed it. Oh, my God.
I've got a solicitor on his way there.
What good is a solicitor? It's a confession. It's us that's going to need the solicitors. I don't believe this. What does Kane say?
Right, just let me get on top of it, will you?
No, I'm calling him.
No. Ruby is my wife. The solicitor's trying to work out a plan on the way. It's not going to be easy, because she's confessed before they've identified the body. I filled him in about their history, so I don't know. What, maybe self-defence?
It doesn't sound like you're on top of this at all, Caleb. It sounds like you're clutching at straws. Right, you just keep it together.
Mr. Milligan, I was hoping I might be able to ask you a few questions.
Yeah? Come on.
Hi. Where's Mum?
Your mum's fine.
Well, then why are these guys here? Has there been an accident?
No, nobody's had an accident.
Hello, Steph. Yeah, I'm DC Cole, and I'm just here to make some inquiries.
About what?
Tell her, Caleb.
Well, as you know, your mum, well, she hasn't been herself for a little while.
She's not being herself.
Listen, Steph, we're as confused as you are, but this is going to come as a bit of a shock to you. A couple of hours ago, your mum went to the police station and she told them that she'd killed your granddad.
What?
It's okay, try not to get too worked up. We have no idea why she'd say something like that, but we're all just trying to get to the bottom of it.
Granddad's dead?
No.
As far as we know, as far as we ever know, your granddad's totally fine.
Well, then why would she say something like that?
Steph, you filed a missing persons report for your granddad a little while ago. Is it okay that I ask you a couple of questions about that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Ruby Milligan. I don't need a solicitor.
Well, your husband thinks you do, and I'm inclined to agree. It was self-defense. You believed your life was in danger. You were in a highly emotional state triggered by traumatic memories of historical abuse.
Caleb told you.
Most importantly, no comment is your friend. Have they offered you a psychological assessment?
I hope you're joking. My mental capacity is perfectly intact, thank you very much.
We've no reason to believe Mrs. Milligan's rational understanding of her situation is in question.
And yet, here she is confessing to the murder of a family member whom we have absolutely no reason to believe isn't alive and well.
But has been reported missing, so.
And goes missing frequently. So unless you want to spend a few months answering questions from your professional standards department, I would advise that you halt this interview immediately.
I'd like to continue, thank you.
Yeah, I stopped looking as soon as I was convinced he was fine, that he just decided to leave the village. Anyway, what's going to happen with Mum?
Sorry, who convinced you with that it was fine? Can you remember who said that?
Yeah, the police said that there was no evidence that anything had happened to him, but they just keep the investigation open anyway. And yeah, I knew he'd done this before, and then he called me from Spain, so...
So what, you spoke to him when?
Well, it was a few months ago, I can't remember exactly. Yeah, he said he was okay.
But you didn't think to inform the police?
Well, I just assumed you would have dropped it by then.
And you were close to your granddad, yeah? Is there anything else you want to tell me?
Like what?
Look, are we done? I mean, as you can imagine, I need to try and make some kind of sense of this, and I'm worried about my wife.
Do you know what would really help is if we could locate your father-in-law, have a word with him, confirm that he's okay, and then we can put all of this to bed.
Yeah, sure. I'll see what I can do.
So when you agreed to meet your father, Anthony Fox, by the lake, as you say, what was your intention?
I suggest no comment.
I wanted to be sure he'd never come back. I mean, I wanted to confront him and make sure he left and was gone from our lives. No one else knew that I was meeting him. We were alone, and he became violent.
In what way?
He slapped me. And it made me feel... It made me feel bad.
Bad.
Like when I was a teenager. That feeling again. Pressure on my chest, like I couldn't breathe. And it took me by surprise, feeling like that. So I wanted it to stop. So I pushed him, and he lost his footing, and he hit his head. He hit his head very hard. What's going on? What's that about? What?
For the benefit of the tape, my colleague has informed me of a development.
What is it?
There's a problem. The body we pulled out of the lake, it's not Anthony Fox. So the question is, what exactly are you doing here, Ruby Milligan?
Don't look at me like that.
I'm just thinking about what we do next.
I think we just wait and see what the solicitor comes back with.
It feels like we're only just here agreeing to a plan and it didn't involve going to the police. You know, we could get done for this.
Haven't you got work to go to? We'll call you if we hear anything.
I'm not going anywhere. I need to know how we're going to fix this.
Yeah. Hang on, what? Stop. Just say that again.
I'll put it on. Walls have ears.
Hello? I don't know. I don't understand what's going on. They're not telling us much. I'm still under arrest. He's told me not to say any more. It's like a nightmare. I'm so sorry, Caleb. I'm so sorry.
We'll be in touch when we know more. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, OK. Speak soon. Bye.
Well, say something.
It's not him.
Who?
The body in the lake. It's not Anthony.
You what?
But it is a body. They found a body.
Yeah, apparently.
This is really weird. I can't work out if it's a good thing or not, but... Well, who is it then in the lake?
Who cares who it is?
Well, no body, no murder.
Are you serious? You think that's what they're thinking down at the station? There's also no Anthony either. So I'll tell you what there is. A totally pointless confession.
Look, I am trying to think now. You are not helping.
She's dropped us all in it for nothing.
Steph told him that he'd been in touch.
Which means they'll keep coming back until they hear from him.
I don't know what to say.
Well, Missing isn't dead.
Thanks, Miss Marple.
Right, maybe you need to go outside and cool down.
No, he's right, though. She still confessed to her murder. How do we come back from this? Oh, God, Ruby. What have you done?